Hey, what's up everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So this latest kick that I'm on is called International Affairs, and it's all about people who have some sort of romance strike up when they are abroad for whatever reason. We started this week looking at Romance in the Durango by Bob Dylan, and now we are going to look at The Seashores of Old Mexico by George Strait. I started getting heavy into country music around 2005, and this song was one of the first songs I remember seeing the video for on the GAC channel, Great American Country. I know I'm showing my age here, but it's the first George Strait exposure that I had, despite my dad enjoying older country artists such as Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and Merle Haggard. In fact, while I was researching this song, I discovered that it was actually written by Merle himself. So lyrically, like the aforementioned Romance in Durango, there is an outlaw nature to this song that is more than just a mere person vacationing in Mexico and striking up a whirlwind romance with a local. The narrator is in legal trouble in the United States and is seeking refuge in Mexico. This is also a contrast to the Bob Dylan song in that the crime the narrator allegedly commits happens south of the border in that song, and in this song it happened north of the border. On his first night in Mexico, he loses all his money and gets pursued by a woman who wants revenge. He finally meets up with some farmers who take him to another safer location where he could finally get some sleep, which then leads to a romantic partner who wakes him up the next morning, and that's where the story ends, on the cliffhanger of the two of them being together despite her being married. Melodically, the intro uses D/C sharp, D/B, followed by A, which gets played twice. Written in the key of D major, this is a 1-5 pattern. This pattern gets repeated in the first line of the verses, with the first line ending on E minor, A, E minor, A, which is a 5-2 pattern that gets played twice before ending on that initial 1-5 pattern from the intro. A minor, 7, and D then get played 3 times, which is a 5-7-1 pattern, and that's followed by G, D/F sharp, E minor, and D, which is a 4-1-2-1 pattern, before ending on the E minor, the A, the E minor, the A, D, and A, as well as the B flat, which is a 7-3-7-3 pattern, beginning from from the beginning of the verse, I should say. The fourth verse modulates up a semitone to the key of E flat, and the fifth verse modulates up a semitone again to the key of E, with the fourth verse using E flat, B flat/D, C minor, and B flat, which is a 1-5-6-5 pattern. This is followed by an F minor, and B flat, which is a 2-5 pattern that gets played 4 times, followed by B flat, E flat, B flat/D, C minor, and B, which is the 6, the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 5. Then B flat minor 7 and E flat, the 5 and the 1 chords get played 3 times before ending on A flat, E flat/G, F minor, and B, which is the 4, the 1, the 2, and the 5. The 2 and the 5 pattern of the F minor and B gets played 3 times and then ends on the E flat, the B flat, and the B, which is a 1-5 pattern, with the B getting played twice to modulate up to the key of E major, as noted before. The fifth verse uses E/E flat, E/D flat, B, F sharp minor, B, F sharp minor, and B, which is a 1-5-2-5-2-5 pattern, with the F sharp minor and B pattern getting played twice. The first pattern of E/E flat, E/D flat, and B then gets repeated before playing 3 progressions of B minor 7 and E, the 5-7-1 pattern, before closing on A, E/A flat, F sharp minor, E, F sharp minor, B, E, E/E flat, E, D flat, and B. The last part of the song uses B minor 7 and E played 3 times, followed by A, E/A flat, F sharp minor, and E, followed by F sharp minor, and B played twice, E, E/E flat, E/D flat, and B. This is a 5/7/1, 4/1 2 1 2 1 2 5 progression. Instrumentally, the song uses acoustic guitar, nylon string guitar, bass, mandolin, fiddle, and other strings, as well as drums and piano. Structurally, the song uses all verses, all of which harken back to what happened to the narrator on the seashores of Old Mexico. In lieu of a bridge, he uses 2 key changes, the first of which comes after a solo. That solo can be heard after the 3rd verse. As much as I love a good bridge, the key change is just as effective, if not more so, in letting us know that time has passed. So, those are the first 2 songs, including the last one that I did with Romance in the Durango by Bob Dylan and on the Seashores of Old Mexico. This one, obviously, solely focused on the Seashores of Old Mexico, or just the Seashores of Old Mexico is what that's called. Make sure you tune in next time, though, when we talk about Havana by Camila Cabello and Haitian Divorce by Steely Dan. But I am Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out all my other vlogs here on YouTube and all of my other blogs on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. Thank you so much.